What if you thought you were alone in your house, but something else was with you the whole time? Not outside, not breaking in, already inside, quiet, patient, invisible. The Bowen family lived in a quiet Massachusetts suburb where nothing much ever happened. But in late 1986, their home began to feel wrong. Subtly at first, a misplaced glass, a half-eaten sandwich no one remembered making, the television flicking on in the middle of the night. Small disturbances that could be dismissed, but together they formed a pattern that couldn't be ignored. Tina Bowen, a teenager still mourning the recent death of her mother, started hearing whispers, faint voices at night, especially when the house was quiet and dark. Her bedroom would be inexplicably cold, even when the heat was on. Her belongings moved, ever so slightly, as if by unseen hands. Then came the notes, written in ketchup and mayonnaise. They began to appear in strange places. The bathroom mirror, the hallway wall, even inside her closet. "I'm in your room. Marry me. I'm still here." The father, Frank, initially dismissed it as a prank, or the product of grief and teenage stress, unwilling to believe something more sinister was happening under his roof. But the disturbances escalated in frequency and severity. The family returned home one day to find the furniture rearranged, family photos turned upside down, a strange, sour odor lingering in the air. And worst of all, the toilet had recently been used, despite the house being empty. Frank knew then, without doubt, something else was in the house. On December 8th, 1986, he made the decision to conduct a thorough search, walking from room to room, opening doors slowly and methodically, his daughters close behind him. The house was silent, still, but not empty. He opened a bedroom closet and froze. Inside stood a boy, face smeared with ketchup and mayonnaise, eyes cold and calm, holding a hatchet in one hand and a wrench in the other. It was Daniel LaPlante, 16 years old, who had been secretly living inside the Bowens' home for months. Hidden away in a narrow crawl space inside the walls, he had stolen their food, he had watched them sleep, he had silently invaded the sanctuary of their home, becoming a phantom who existed in the shadows between walls and silence. That night ended in a terrifying standoff, with Tina escaping through a window to call for help, and Daniel disappearing into the darkness. Police would later discover the tiny, tunnel-like spaces he had carved into the walls, his secret lair beneath the very rooms the family thought were safe. This was no ghost story. This was real, a reminder that sometimes the most frightening presence is the one you never see coming.